sort of out of the way. Why don't we proceed, Eric?
Okay. First of all, I would like to say thank you, Commissioners, for signing the proclamation for Lebanon County. It's very much appreciated. The Telecommunicator Week is going to be starting the week of April the 14th. And what Telecommunicator Week is it's as Scott was saying about the Association of Public Safety Communications Officials, they actually convinced Congress to pass it in 1981, and hence National Public Safety Telecommunicator Week was born. My telecommunicators in Lebanon County, I'm very proud of, and I should say our, because we're actually a group of people, and often the telecommunicator is the forgotten link in the world of emergency services, and they're usually cramped in a room for a long period of time. They're the true first responder that gathers the information, give direction to the caller, help with pre-arrival instructions, and another dispatcher is activating responders that respond to handle the emergency. In my words, a telecommunicator is a hero. I can feel at ease when my 27 telecommunicators are on the job and I'm at home with my family and they are not with theirs. The telecommunicators are highly trained individuals. We spend a lot of time training. We're trained in EMD. We're trained with NIMS. EMD is emergency medical dispatch. It's when we give pre-arrival instructions to the caller to help, such as childbirth. NIMS, which is the National Incident Management System. The reason we have that is because it's an organized approach to calmly take care of an emergency. And APCO is one of the main courses that we use, and we use that so we can gather the correct information to save a life, properate, or apprehend a criminal. APCO International is the oldest and largest organization of public safety communications professionals that support 911 centers by providing professional development to agencies like us. APCO, once again, had conceived the idea in 1981 to designate a week to honor our people. I wish to thank everybody involved with this project. And another thing that we've accomplished as a 911 center is we have gained a partnership to NCMEC, which is the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. It's a national program, and I think it's something to be very proud of. At this point here, Tom's not present, but Tom was nominated by his peers as Telecommunicator of the Year. And at this point, I'd like to turn it over to Scott to do his presentation, if I could, please.
All right. Scott?
Yes, thank you. On behalf of the over 400 members of the Pennsylvania chapter of APCO, I'd like to recognize Lori with a plaque. It reads, in recognition of his stellar performance, February 16, 2008, assisted with the delivery of a baby girl, the Pennsylvania chapter of the Association of Public Safety Communications Officials International would like to recognize Charles Sholly for his hard work and dedication.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Commissioners, at this time, I'd also like to allow Emily to read a letter that she has prepared with your permission.
And this is devoted in Charles. I always knew looking back on tears would make me laugh, but I never knew that looking back on laughs would make me cry. The author's unknown. And when I look at the life of my daughter and all of the good times we have together, I think, wow, I'm blessed to have my sweet girl. I can laugh and have a fun time telling the story of Bethany's accidental home birth. During the reality of that moment, though, I was terrified and panicked about my baby's life. My husband and I were all alone. We didn't know what to do. We picked up that phone and dialed 911, and there on the other end of the phone was Charles. He provided life-saving instruction and support during my family's time of crisis, and for that, I'll always be grateful. He did his job, and he did it well. Bethany is here today, and she's a very happy and healthy kindergartner who is very proud to share that she was delivered by her daddy. on that special morning. Thank you.
Thank you. She is a beautiful little girl, and I'm immensely proud. As the one of Chuck and of you, and of course of Bethany. She's so sweet, and I'm so happy Chuck could bring her in this world. I will think about it every day of my life. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lori.
It was a very fitting tribute, and to all the telecommunicators who had anything to do with making this nomination. Speaks volumes for what you've done as well. And to Eric for putting it together and getting everyone here, and to Mom and the little one there. Thanks for coming in, and also, would you like to introduce them again, or
Yeah.
go ahead?
Actually, I'd like to do something here. You could stay there. Come here, guys. Can you stand right here? These are not just people, these are special people. These are the folks at 911 that dedicate their time away from their family and home to the agency, and I'm very proud of them. But this is the link that provided help for this. Guys, welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, and thank you guys. I feel that Chuck could not have made it through some of those shifts without you guys. He would come home and tell me all sorts of stories, and especially involving you and trying to scare you, and just I know you guys have to stick together as a team in there, and just really support each other. And he loved you guys. He loved you.
You want to do proclamation?
Yes.
And of course, special thanks to Bonnie that pulled him into the 911 to begin with. Chuck wouldn't have been working there if it wouldn't have been for Bonnie.
And at this time, we'll ask Kathy to read the proclamation. You can sit back down, you don't have to stand.
National Public Safety Telecommunications Week. Whereas emergencies can occur at any time that require police, fire, or emergency medical services. And whereas an emergency occurs, the prompt response of police officers, firefighters, and paramedics is critical to the protection of life and preservation of property. And whereas the safety of our police officers, firefighters, and paramedics is dependent upon the quality and accuracy of information obtained from citizens who telephone the Lebanon County 911 Communications Center. And whereas public safety telecommunicators are the first and most critical contact our citizens have with emergency services. And whereas public safety telecommunicators are the single vital link for our first responders by monitoring their activities by radio, providing information to them, and ensuring their safety. And whereas public safety telecommunicators of Lebanon County Emergency Management Agency, LEMA, have contributed substantially to the apprehension of criminals, suspension of fires, and treatment of patients. And whereas dispatchers have exhibited compassion, understanding, and professionalism during the performance of their job in the past year. Now therefore be it resolved, we, the Commissioners of Lebanon County, do hereby declare the week of April 13 through 19, 2014 to be National Public Safety Telecommunications Week in the County of Lebanon in honor of the men and women whose diligence and professionalism keep our citizens safe. And it's signed by the Board of Commissioners.
Make a motion to adopt the proclamation, or did we already do that at
I
our
don't think we
meeting?
did.
Did we?
No, I don't think
No.
so. You're right.
Second the motion.
All those in favor of adopting the proclamation for National Public Safety Telecommunications Week, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Would you all like to join me?